Hello folks, let me tell you about this upcoming open world game called Kewlbiverse. It's pretty much another Palworld. This time the creatures are called Fabies and it's on mobile devices. Also, instead of throwing a ball that wiggles to catch the creatures, Kewlbiverse have you throwing cards that does not wiggle. You know, to avoid any potential patent lawsuits from Nintendo. And please accept this footage I got on my potato phone. I could not run the game on high and still record stuff, so things are on like low, medium, low, and I'm also stretching the little phone screen several times over in order to fit your monitor screen here. Anyways, I want to go over the good things and bad things with Kewlbiverse, then talk about the similar things that we have seen in other games like Pokemon and Palworld. Onward to the good. There are currently 91 different Fabies, and some of the Fabie designs can be cute, cool, edgy, or funny. You will find at least a handful of them that will appeal to your aesthetics. And you will also have 2 Fabies out at the same time to explore and fight, instead of just one, which is a nice change of pace and allows for more team customization. And for the collectors out there, most Fabies have a shiny variant and a boss variant. And the nice part is they show up on the minimap even when you are far away. This makes finding them much easier since you don't have to directly stare at any of them in order to confirm it's a shiny or a boss. And as you saw, you do not need to keep them alive to catch them. You actually have a higher percent chance to catch a defeated QB than one that's still fighting back. So don't worry about saving your strong moves and just go all out. And later on, when you get to travel around in the flying mount, you stay in the air even when you run out of stamina. This means you can literally go to any point you want on the map, even if it's an area way above your level, since you can just fly above all the dangerous Fabies. There is a Farmville-like base mechanic where you can craft weapons, buy more cars to catch Fabies, and most importantly, grow crops and sell them for money, which you will spend to level up the base even more. And to make your Fabie stronger, you can equip them with runes, which are your artifact, relics, and drive disc equivalent. It's pretty much your equipment for your Fabies, and there are 4 different slots with different set bonuses. None of these set bonuses are anything that unique for now, it's just your standard plus extra damage or HP. And finally, the gacha system. This is both a good and a bad, so I'll use it as a segue to the bad section. The good thing about the gacha is there's actually not much to spend on. From what I've seen so far, you can spend premium currency on 2 things. One is furniture and decorations for your base, which only serves as cosmetics, which is good. The bad part is the other thing you can spend premium currencies on. SR and SSR cards to catch SR and SSR Fabies. There are a handful of Fabies that are in that rarity, and you need the matching cards to even attempt to catch them. And that's right. The chance to catch them are super low, 4% for an SR. But you can see at the bottom, there's also a pity system for catching them. After a certain number of failed catches, you are guaranteed pity to get the Fabie you are trying to get at the time. And the pity carries over from one to another, so you don't have to keep trying to catch the same Fabie. So I think this is their main method of monetization. That and your usual monthly pass that gives you extra rewards every day you log in. Another bad thing I found is a very strong difficulty spike in the main quest. The final quest in the first region has you fighting this grass-type boss, who looks pretty cool actually, but even at the recommended level with a geared up team, I barely dented this boss before wiping. Even my trainer's equipment was maxed out for this level. And I'm also using a couple fire types, which are supposed to be strong against the grass type. And at this point in the game, there are only 4 fire types available, and none of them were standing a chance against this boss. Technically, you can just ignore this part of the quest until you are a much higher level, then come back. Even without defeating this boss, you can still go to the second region and find much stronger Fabies out there to catch, and new environments to explore. So you are not locked in on progression. I was just surprised at the difficulty wall that suddenly appeared. Now for the features that we have seen before. The obvious is catching Fabies. I mentioned the plus side of being able to catch Fabies after they faint, but you can also just queue up a bunch of cards to catch them, and all the extra cards will go back to your inventory and not get wasted, so don't worry about spamming. Okay, now let's rapid fire the rest of these similar features. We got a simple character creator. There's not that many options here, but it's more than what you see in your general Pokemon game. We got a bunch of buildings for your base. Some are used to craft materials and gear, while others are solely for decorations. You'll be crafting all your weapons and armor, and your Phabies will help you out in your base as friends, not slaves. They are there because they want to be there, so everything is Gucci. You also got duels with other trainers. These are incredibly easy since you can join the fight as well, and sometimes you can make it a 3v1. And like Palworld, you can swing melee weapons or shoot guns at your foes. There's also mini games like fishing and collecting orbs to spawn a chest to get more extra reward. And finally, there's plenty of fast travel locations to reach point A to point B, which is pretty much a requirement for any open world game. So that's about what you can expect from this new creature collector. The world is pretty fun to explore, and you get to encounter lots of little Phabies. Seeing them for the first time is always exciting, and when this game eventually comes out, I recommend anyone that likes Pokemon or Palworld to give this one a try. Don't spend money at first since it'll be a while until you see your first SR creature. Just try out the game to see if you like it or not. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I might see you in the Kewlbiverse when the game eventually comes out.